on a plain failure. You can see it very clearly here, how the sea is obviously undercutting the rocks there, and the rocks slide on the bedding plane. So this is a plain failure. Now I've shown you photographs of this very site on that PowerPoint display, but I can never get this one to look like plain failure in the photographs. When you take a photo, you almost think it was horizontal. It's strange. I've never been successful in getting it to look as good as when you stand here. But anyway, you can certainly picture it here. And you can see how the rocks slide along the bedding planes. Now, here, it is really because of the sea undercutting it. Because, as we'll demonstrate shortly, the rock here, I wouldn't really expect to slide down there for one good reason, and that is that the dip is not steep enough. If it wasn't for the sea undercutting it, and I'm sure in storms hammering away at the rocks and breaking them up and washing them out to sea, I don't think we'd be having this failure here, because we'll measure the dip in a moment, but we find it's not much more than 30 degrees. And the friction, well, we'll see what it is, but you'll find it's more than that. So logically, you wouldn't expect these planes, well, the rocks to be sliding on the plane, because the friction is greater than the dip. But nevertheless, you can see it is happening, and obviously it's because the sea is undercutting it and banging it so much in storms that it just falls apart. And of course it's very well jointed. You can see the joints are everywhere, and so when the sea sort of hammers it, it's fairly easy for it to break it up. Now if you look at our feet, well, not at our feet, but I don't mean at our feet themselves, but where we're standing, look at all these little lines like this all over the place, and in some of them you can see they've been dissolved. Now these are joints, and the sea and the rain too is dissolving along the joints, and you get formed, and there is a little bit of this further back, what you call a limestone pavement, in that it is dissolved along the joints, and you'd almost think that they were bits of stone that have been placed there by man to make a pavement. We'll see that as we go back, but before we do that, I want you to look at where the sea and rain too is dissolving the rock and giving all that very pitted look to it. That's what I was talking about as we were clambering up over the other side, but it wasn't suitable to stop then. But you can see very clearly here the rock, the bedding plane is pretty smooth really, but it has been etched by the water dissolving the limestone, and you can see it's very rough, extremely rough. But that's only where it's been dissolved. Where it's fresh, as the nearer part is, it's quite smooth. So that just illustrates how soluble limestone is in water. Not pure water, of course. Remember, the water picks up carbon dioxide as it's coming through the atmosphere, and it is very slightly acidic by the time it lands on the limestone. And that's nothing to do with global warming or anything. That's always happened. It's just the way nature is. Right, now then, I want to measure a dip, and I want somebody to volunteer. So I want to find the, oh yeah, Julian, you're the nearest, and your team. Come and watch as best you can anyway. see the dip is in that direction, but it's downward, of course. So to read from there to there, you go round clockwise, so it's almost 180 degrees.
180.
Yes. So we'll say the bearing then is 186. And then the dip, the little arrow, the black one, and you just put it there and then right, so if you can, actually you'll see it better this side. You stand
26, 7. Almost 30.
Right, so it was a bearing of, what was it, 186, bearing of 186 and a dip of 30. Bearing 186, dip 30. So, the next thing we're going to do is try and work out the friction angle. So let's go back in and find two blocks. Yes, lean. But I'm hoping as you by it, you'll see it is dipping. Because it's so deceptive. I just got my camera and you'll be shown there next year to the next group. Right. Oh yeah, put the hard hat on. No photographs without the hard hat. Right. Now then you